So it's safe to say that you and Mr. Bisping won't be doing dinner anytime soon, or?
I don't think we'd ever really be hanging out socially, Bisping and I. We're cut from different cloths.
Do you enjoy the fight buildup between you two?
He's an idiot, he's a jerk, so I kind of get a kick out of watching him get all riled up and spend all sorts of time replying to something that we're just making fun of him, So, yeah, I enjoy it a little bit.
Is that a detriment for him, though, come fight night, where he might have an issue keeping his emotions in check?
I don't care, if I'm disrupting his fight camp with, him looking at videos of us making fun of him or, reading something that we wrote weeks ago and he gets like emotionally involved in it, cool. Fight night, all I hope is that, he shows up and wants to fight. If he's passionate and emotional and wants to take my head off, all the better. As long as he doesn't spit on my corner or grab the cage or grab my shorts or poke me in the eye or kick me in the balls or knee me in the head while I'm down like he's done to other people, then I think we're good.
Can you grade him as a mixed martial artist? Do you have anything positive to say about him, or are you just looking at him and saying, this won't be a cakewalk, but I'm going to beat this guy?
Oh, no, as a fighter, I have a lot of respect for him. If I were, he's been a perennial contender for 5-6 years. He's been ranked in the top 10 that entire duration, in the top 5 for most of it. He's beat some of the most notable marquee guys in our weight class. His losses in 185 have been under TRT circumstances, and I'm outspoken against TRT as well, or all PAD. He's good, I'm not underestimating him. He is, there's deficiencies in his style, but he's a very, very, very talented fighter.
He seems to have a knack for silencing a lot of what his opponents bring to the cage. And whether it was way back in the Dennis Kang fight, all the way to what he did with Chael Sonnen, he's got a way of neutralizing some of the aspects. But he gets caught every so often when he makes that one mistake. Is that the game plan versus a guy like that, where it's like, you might have to be ready for 25 minutes and wait for that one mistake, or do you instigate it? Like, what do you do?
It's not that he has done well neutralizing other people's game plans. His style is boring. And that's what he does. He's a volume puncher that backs up. That neutralizes everybody's game plan, because there's only a few ways to fight that. You got to catch him, when he's backing up. That's boring. Like, that's not the fight I want. But this is the fight I have. And he can try to neutralize me for 25 minutes. But the problem with me is I hit just as hard at 24:59 as I do as the first second of the first round. So.
What is your perfect fight versus Michael Bisping? Almost like a statement fight where you kind of look over at Dana White and Joe Silva and be like,
I want to take aspects from what Chael Sonnen did to him. Takedowns, constant pressure, constant wrestling, where he has difficulty getting back up, he has difficulty stopping the takedown. But then things from Vitor and Dan, explosive entrances, like if I want them to see a whole package here. I want them to see me as a fantastic wrestler, as a brutal fighter, as a fantastic martial artist and jiu-jitsu specialist, with heavy, heavy hands. That's what I want.
So you guys are headlining in Quebec City, a more French-dominant part of Canada. What can the fans expect when you two guys step into that cage and that referee steps out of the way?
I think the fans have 2 possibilities on fight night, which is Michael Bisping's mad at me and he wants to come and shut my mouth, and then we're gonna have a fight, and it's gonna be fun, it's gonna be exciting, and people are in for a treat. Then we have the other option, which is a typical Michael Bisping fight, which is me chasing down for X number of minutes until I score a takedown and beat him up. I'm hoping for the earlier and less than the latter.